as a man, it just doesn't happen. Any physical contact has to be wanted.
I can feel this is going to be a heavy episode.
Yeah.
Today I have my dear friend Logan Munro here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
How are you?
I'm good. I've been well. I've been going to the beach, exercising more, working at a new job, relatively new job. So good bit of change of pace.
Nice.
Only bad thing's my car, so that doesn't work.
The car, dude.
Yeah, but that's no stress there. No, it's just it's been good. It's been good.
Dude,
how have you been?
Yeah, good as well. I've been keeping well. I mean, keeping room for fun.
Yeah.
You know, in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
In moderation, yes.
There
you know,
you
have
go.
fun. It's been good though. Thank you very much.
Maybe there should be a little bit of a warning on the themes that we may touch on. We've got a little bit of mental health, a bit of self-harm, a little bit of sexual assault going on. So if any of you have problems discussing that or hearing that being talked about, there's your warning. I'm an open book. You can ask me anything.
Logan.
Yes.
Brother, what is your story?
My story. I was born the 9th of February 2004 at John Flynn Hospital.
Oh, local.
Yeah, very local. I work there
boy.
now.
Nice.
Going back to my roots. Yeah, hey.
Sick.
But my story starts off quite well. You know, I was standard childhood. Primary school was a bit tough in a few years. Just not having anyone, being bullied fairly relentlessly because I was a fat little child with very long hair, and I was quite weird. I'd wear high heels on dress-up day. Not just my mum's boots. I fell in with a good group of boys. I don't talk to them today, but you know, definitely good solid foundation for who I am.
That's cool, man.
That was a fun time.
That's style. So we're skipping to high school.
Yeah.
Is this where you feel like your story kicks off?
I feel this is where it kicks off. Yeah. So I started cutting my forearms a little bit and areas on my legs. And that was a really interesting time. I'm not sure why I did that, but I felt the need to do that to myself. I was just so unhappy with where I was and what I was doing. I just felt like I had to take that anger and frustration out on myself, and I felt like I did that to others as well, which I'm not proud of. I felt like, I don't know, I was a bit of a dickhead. I was a bit of a dickhead in middle school. You know, I was not popular by any regard, but I would still consider myself a bully to some, and to myself, I would bully myself. It never got significantly worse, but it never went away. And it was just always something in the back of my mind, or sometimes at the forefront, just this utter emptiness, loneliness, and intense unhappiness with myself. But I'm past that now, which is good. Which is great. I'm really happy with how I am. I think I look quite good. I think I look quite sexy, but that's not what matters.
I think you look quite good.
Thank you.
Look quite sexy.
Thank you.
Arr.
Stop that.
Okay, we will.
No, but I had some of the best times and the worst times in high school. And then leading on from that, I suppose, we'll go on to a little bit of unfortunate happenings at a few parties. I have been inappropriately touched unwantingly a few times, which I felt I found it very difficult to talk about because I feel like there's a bit of a stigma around men's sexual assault. And you know, for the longest time I wouldn't even really consider it a sexual assault, but I suppose when you take a step back and you look at what happened, like, as a man, it just can't happen. It just doesn't happen. It's like any physical contact has to be wanted, you know, because your body responds in ways that you can't control, but it has nothing to do with how you feel.
Was there a alternative perspective in your brain that kind of maybe told you that it wasn't what it was? Yeah, no, for the longest time, I didn't really think of it as anything. And you know, like, my friends told me, like, they sat me down and they were like, hey, this is wrong. Like, it was happening Dude, it's all good, man. It's all love here, and you can't say the wrong thing and just say it how it's got to be, you know.
Yeah. So I guess I'll get into a little bit of specifics. I was working at, should I even say? I was working at Pizza Hut. I had a manager there, and she was quite a horrible person, and still is. But I would be very uncomfortable at work because this person would, on one instance, or a few instances, I would get pinned into a corner in a very uncomfortable way around my neck, and I'd be touched inappropriately. You know, I would have my gluteus maximus spanked unwillingly, which like, it doesn't sound that bad, but in the moment I saw it as just, oh yeah, we're mates, like it's not serious. But it kept happening, and it was starting to get weird, and I felt uncomfortable about that. And you know, I can say that, yeah, maybe there wasn't that malice intent there, but it was still happening, and it was still making me uncomfortable. And you know, it's just something that I didn't want to have to deal with, and I didn't want happening, but I felt like I couldn't really say no, because this person, you couldn't say no to. Like, this went on for a year, maybe 2 years, where it was, if I don't please this person, shit will hit the fan. And like, I felt obligated to just, it was easier to please them than to just say no and do my own thing, because there would always be something to just reel me back in and get me to just like basically be their lapdog and do everything they wanted, when they wanted, on their time frame, for them, and just completely disregarding my feelings, which I didn't really appreciate too much, you know. That's the one good thing that comes from it. I've learned how to say no, and I'll always do what I want. You know, I still feel like I please, I'm a bit of a people pleaser, but I think that's just a bit of my personality that's ingrained in me. You know, I like making people laugh and making people happy and stuff like that. It brings me joy. But if there's ever anything that I don't want, or like is just too much for me to do, I just won't do it. And I like that, you know. So that's that. That's what I say about that.
What a way to come out of such a situation. That is,
yeah,
dude. I'm sure so many people have been in a place where it's hard to say no. It's such a I just want to say I'm so proud of you for learning that and coming through what you've been through, dude. And I'm so happy to know that you've come through the other side, and here you are telling us